go.
And here to tell us how you can fit a dog in a kayak and so many more outdoor activities, it's Jim Helems. He's the owner of Jim Helems Dog Pals. It's a pleasure to have you here. And who are we joined by today?
We've got Ember. And Ember's watching Mom, who's been playing with her since so she wants to go play with her toys.
Now, Ember's also got a nice little suit on. Tell us about what she's wearing.
Well, what she's got on right now is, I'll actually pick her up for a second because I watch her mom. It's actually a pulling harness. And a lot of people, when they actually buy a harness, they buy these things that go to the back. Well, this just goes back a little bit further so the dog can actually pull. So if you want to do a running sport with your dog, you want to bike with your dog, they can actually help pull you along.
That's great.
Yeah.
And it's comfortable for them. It's very safe and comfortable.
Yep, it's actually set up so that it's not pulling on the neck. You're actually using your chest muscles.
Right.
And by getting it set so it's all the way in that back, it's actually meant to do this.
Now, Jim, the nice part too, so we have this bicycle over there. You ride your bike with your dog.
Yep, you actually can hook them up. There's different ways of doing it. What I normally do is, it's called bike joring. So I actually hook the leash to the bike, and there's a special leash that I'll show you guys. It has a bungee section in it. So if they start to pull, if you put on your brakes, they're not going to jerk really quick. And Ember found another little puppy out in the background.
There's animals everywhere. It's great.
It's great. Come on down to Dakin. You can have all these animals, and you can take them home, except for this one. This is yours.
Yeah, this one's mine.
Jim, this is the bungee leash you're talking about right here?
Nope, it's right off to the side, right there on the floor. Yeah.
You want to show that?
Sure.
So that answers my next question, because what if the dog, just like this situation, sees a squirrel or wants to run like crazy the other way?
Well, once you get them going, I have dogs that, I mean, Ember's really, really high energy, and that's one of the reasons I get into the sports. But they'll know their job, and they will actually just pull. And they love doing it. But like I say, here's that bungee section. So when they pull, they're not really pulling you off to the side. There's got that nice little bungee, and it helps in terms of actually pulling.
Because I just imagine a life with scund arms and legs from my dog ripping me off there. Yeah.
And the thing is, right now, you've got the worst harness in the world trying to hold her, because she's got all the strength in the world to pull you.
Oh, she sure does. Yeah, she's in control here, that's for sure.
Yes.
Now, Jim, tell us about how you can bring your dog out in the water with you.
Well, we do adventure dogs. We go out with, up to 10, 12 dogs, and we're in different canoes and kayaks, and we love it. But a lot of people don't understand. You really want to get your dog used to this first. So I know it's kind of funny, a canoe here, a kayak in Dakin, but you actually want to get your dog used to this first. So you can actually just kind of start getting them used to whatever object, whether it's a boat. Just let them start walking on it. Let it sniff them. I mean, she's been in this. She's not afraid of this at all.
She's used to it, right?
She's used to it. But you kind of start getting them in, starting to let them play.
Motivate them with treats.
Em, come here. Good girl.
Oh,
so we'll just let your dog get in themselves, and then once they're in, come here, I'll help you a little bit. Stay. You can actually just start rocking it a little bit, because what's going to happen when you start getting into those waves and stuff?
You get them used to the uncomfortableness of it all.
So a lot of dogs don't like things moving out from underneath them. So you get them used to it, and you can actually set this up so it'll actually rock, and you can drag it a little bit, really get them used to it, and work with your obedience commands, because you don't want your dog jumping out until you give them permission.
And you can learn all those obedience training
Here
at Dakin. Exactly, for some of their training classes that they offer.
Yep.
Once the dog is in, what do you need to know to get in the water?
Oh, getting in, you do the same thing. We start here on the land, okay, at your house, and then you bring them right on the shore. Let them jump in. And make sure your dog is comfortable. And one of the things, we do have a life vest there.
So important.
Yes, because what happens, even if you've got this great dog, she loves water, she will swim all the time. But if you're out on the lake somewhere, I mean, they may panic if you tip over. So a life vest for your dog can be a lifesaver. So it's one of the biggest things. And if your dog is afraid of water, you really kind of want to get them used to it before you throw them in this, because they may be really afraid, especially if they fall out.
Well, we're talking about bikes and kayaks, Jim. Thanks so much for telling us how we can bring our animals out and have fun with